KTV Productions.
Hey friends, it's your girl Coco and welcome back to my channel. Today is officially the last day of 2019 and the last day of the decade. You know, here on the Coco Goddess, I love to live a fabulous and functional life. And today we're going to be creating a vision that will help us do just that. Vision boarding is a super popular way of creating a visual representation of the life that you want to live to help you manifest those things. But it's not necessarily a great goal setting or goal guide. So today I'm going to show you guys my method of creating a vision and creating a vision board and goal guide to go with that vision. To follow along, you're going to need a cork board. You're also going to need a poster board. Today I'm using a tri-fold poster board. So basically it has a center part and also two folding sides. So it's 3 sides altogether. You're also going to need magazines. Now make sure these magazines are relevant to you. So for example, I have Entertainment Weekly. I have a couple of issues of Essence, an issue of Cosmopolitan, and my favorite store, IKEA. You're also going to need some push pins. I'm going to be using clear push pins, but you can use the colorful ones if you want. Some markers. I like to use the colorful ones. A ruler. A glue stick, or any kind of glue really, but I like to use a glue stick. Some construction paper. I love to get the pack that has different colors, because then you can make it really fun and festive. And of course, a pair of scissors. Once you have all of your items, you're ready to go. We're going to start with the corkboard part of this exercise, which is the vision or visual board. Now, the reason why I'm using a corkboard is because it's easier to change around different things or to add or remove things. As life changes, your vision may also expand. Things may change. You might prioritize different things. Or you might realize that something isn't going to work for you. So I like using a corkboard because it allows my vision to adjust. The overall vision pretty much remains the same, but you might find that you need to rearrange things based on how your life is going and how the year is evolving. And that's okay. But sometimes we get derailed because the vision board that we originally created at the end of the year or the beginning of the new year no longer works for our life. The reason why we are breaking this into 2 parts is also because the vision board is a more broad and general version of our goals. These are the visual elements of your vision. So pictures, quotes, whatever you find that works best for you. Basically, you're gonna go through your magazines and just clip out things that stand out to you and represent what you want your life to look like. So I've already gone ahead and done that. And what I've also done is taken different colors or different colored pieces of cardboard paper. That's not what this is called. I glued them onto construction paper just to help it pop out a little bit more and make it colorful. And now I'm going to use my push pins to pin these onto the corkboard in whatever order or design works best for me. And you can do the same for yourself.
KTV Productions. KTV Productions.
Okay, so we're done with the first part, which is the vision board. And as you can see, I was able to put a bunch of different pictures and quotes that represent my overall vision and that I can remind myself of what I want my life to look like and what I'm working towards. But there's nothing specific and there's nothing that tells me exactly how I'm going to get this. And so that's what part 2 is for. So now we're going to do the second part, which is the goal guide, and we're going to use our poster board for that. Our poster board is going to be mostly text and it's going to be very specific and detailed. This is our goal guide, which is going to be pretty much a step-by-step process of how we're going to achieve making our life look like the vision board. We want to manifest it. So we want it to be fabulous, but now we also need it to be functional. This part is all about creating SMART goals. We need them to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based. The first thing that you want to do is outline specific categories that represent different areas of your life. Some of these categories may have subcategories as well. For example, for my life, I've broken the categories into health, business, finance, professional development, and lifestyle. Some of my subcategories include for health, wellness, nutrition, fitness, etc. And then for lifestyle, I have things like travel under there. So that just allows me to get even more specific within the different areas of my life. Now, this board requires a lot more planning, so you want to do this separately before you actually write on the board. Once you've broken your categories down and gotten your subcategories together, you also want to write down 1 to 4 goals for each category. We are going to leave space on the board under each goal because we want to get even more specific.
Creativity Productions.
Make sure that each goal is specific, as I said, but also relevant to your overall life picture, to that vision that you created. Then under each goal, you're going to write 1 to 2 specific tasks that are going to get you to achieve that goal. This will keep your goals measurable and achievable. Finally, you're going to establish a timeline of execution. It's important that you focus on the execution instead of the completion of the task. For example, it's way harder to complete a goal when you're focusing on something like paying off your car in 12 months, as opposed to focusing on tasks that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based, like make a monthly payment of $362 each month for 12 months. That'll give you a clear idea of how much you need to pay off and when you need to do it to achieve your overall goal of paying off your car. Make sense? For example, under Black House, I have increased revenue as my main goal. How I'm going to do that is, 1, I'm going to create a schedule for creating and distributing content. And 2, I'm going to bring in at least 2 new clients each month. And then I can further break those down by weekly and daily tasks. Under lifestyle, one of my goals is to create routines to increase discipline. I feel like at this point in my life, I should be more disciplined. The way that I'm going to do that is, 1, I'm going to set a weekly schedule for cleaning, laundry, skincare, hair care, car, meals, and even checking in with friends and family. I also want to keep my goals achievable. It's very important that you don't go too far. So for example, under health, one of my subcategories is nutrition. And under nutrition, I have no more junk or fast food. And one of my goals to do that, to achieve that, is to meal plan every Saturday morning for the upcoming week. So it's time-based because I'm going to do it on Saturday mornings, but it's achievable in the sense that I'm going to meal plan. Not prep, meal plan. Knowing myself, I won't always have time to meal prep. And also there's often times where I am going out to dinner, have a birthday dinner, or just need to incorporate outside meals into my schedule. And that way I can stay within my budget and also still achieve my goal of not having fast food, because I'm prepared for those moments where I know I won't be able to, or it doesn't make sense for me to have a meal prepped meal that day or that time. For professional development, I have that I want to read at least 1 new book per month, and that ties into my self-care goal of unplugging and my task of having 2 screen-free awake hours per day, so I can incorporate that reading a new book goal into those hours. And finally, under professional development, I have to set time at the end of each week to plan out my weekly goals. I'm giving myself 3 main weekly goals each week. something that is achievable, and also 3 daily tasks towards those weekly goals. So I'm breaking it down even more. And then I've even been more specific and set a time on that, which I'm going to do that on Saturday morning. So Saturday mornings, I'm going to plan my weekly goals and daily tasks. I'm going to set my weekly schedule, and I am also going to meal plan for the upcoming week. So now that I have my 2020 vision board and my goal guide, I now have a clear outline of what I want my life to look like and how I'm going to get it to look that way. All of the content goals, the money goals, the self-care goals that I had in my vision board that I wanted to incorporate into my life, I now have specific ways of doing that on my goal guide. So once you've had both, it's important for you to find a space where you can reference both of these every day. Your vision board is going to motivate you, it's going to keep you going, it's going to keep you inspired, but your goal guide is going to give you that step-by-step, and it's going to push you to do the work that is necessary to achieve that life. So now you have the fabulous portion and you have the functional portion, so you can really do it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it was helpful and useful to you. If you did use this method and you did create these boards, or if you already created a vision board, please post a picture to your Instagram or to your Instagram stories. Tag me. If you're not following me on Instagram, I don't know what you're doing. Come on, get it together. And use the hashtag Coco's 2020 Vision Challenge so I can share and we can get inspired this year and this next decade. I wish you all a happy new year and a happy new decade. I wish you 2020 vision for this next decade, and may all of your wildest dreams, your greatest fantasies, and your SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based goals to come true this year. It's 2020, so number 1 on your vision board should be to become an official member of this family. Hello! Hit that subscribe button. Join the family. Don't ever be late to the party again. Hit that bell so you can get notified every time I post a video, which we're going to do more of in 2020. I'll see you guys next time, next year, next decade. Bye.